Carlos Lopez is the owner of Lopez Bus Shuttle. He operates 6 buses from the West Landover area as a designated run. Lopez spoke to Love News today about concerns he has been having with the traffic department. He says that he feels as though he's being targeted by the department.
The minister at the time, Mr. Koye, said, Mr. Lopez, if you want to do a route, you have to design your own bus route. So I went to work with the help of the people, my family and God, and I created what is now called the West Landover route. The West Landover route is West Landover, Central American Boulevard, Port, Yarborough, and downtown. 18 months after I created this route, the Novellos brothers at the time opened a new company by the name of Belize Metro Services, and they came on the route with me. I complained to the traffic department. Nothing was done. They were running 13 buses. I was only running 3 buses. Later in 2010, they tried to remove me from the road. I had leased some bus from Belize Diesel Equipment Limited, which was all air-conditioned Toyota Coaster. I had a lease with them. The person who owned the bus at the time was threatened by the traffic department again that if they continue to lease the bus to me, they will close them down otherwise. So the guy who was leasing the buses to me told me that he can't do it no longer. So I had to go and buy new buses and start all over again. And the Novellos brothers were operating the air-conditioned buses. And it has been going on and off where whenever the traffic department wants Novellos to do what they want, then they put more pressure on me. And my drivers and myself, I am a driver. I drive the bus sometime from 6 until 9 at night. And it's just obvious that they always target Lopez Shuttle.
Lopez says he's been driving buses for 18 years and that since the West Landover area has become what he calls the apple, they want to remove him from a run that he pioneered. He told us about his most recent encounter with the traffic department.
The most recent encounter this morning in Batoon Bay, one of the councillors actually parked crossway the road and blocked the bus and took pictures of it. That's the most recent. Last week, in March of this year, I got a letter from them stating that they're looking at me and they're targeting me. It's just been over and over again.
Did that letter state why you were being targeted?
Well, the point is this: is that they don't directly say that they're targeting me, but the amount of tickets and the amount of time they stop my buses is just obvious that they're targeting me.
Trying to figure out why Lopez is being targeted as he claims, we spoke to the councillor at the traffic department, Bernard Pitts Jr., who explained to us the reason for this morning's action.
Well, I can tell you flatly that Mr. Lopez is a congenial liar. By extension, he's a venal person. He's unscrupulous. Recently, we've had a meeting with both operators, and the meeting was stemmed from the fact that we've been monitoring them, and we've noticed that they have either exceeded the amount of buses and or impede on other roads that are not designated to them. We had a meeting in which I believe it was cordial between both operators, and basically we explained to them that they need to stick to their routes, they need to stick to the amount of buses that have been allowed to them. Mr. Lopez was caught red-handed, and it was specifically to a route in which is not even declared or designated for any operator. So he made his own route through Buttonwood Bay. And we said to him in that same meeting, we had reports that you have been running. I asked him, he said yes. I said to him, Mr. Lopez, along with the traffic manager, that you need to desist from that because you're complaining about Mr. Jones, but yet you are acceding to another road that is not even assigned. In most cases, for us to actually penalize you, we need to have proof. Luckily, a camera was on hand. A picture was taken of the bus and the license plate and the street, the vicinity it was in.
Councillor Pitts showed us multiple letters sent to Lopez, warning him about his behavior while conducting runs. He told us both parties, Lopez and Jones, agreed in a meeting to start following regulations.
They both left from here agreeing to the fact that we dealt with the issue and we gave both of them to cease and desist from those type of actions. They agreed. It was cordial. But both of them left and did contrary to what we agreed in the meeting, contrary to the warning letter we issued to them. So now for Mr. Lopez to cry foul that we're targeting him, to cry foul that we want to give somebody his run, to cry foul that we're allowing Mr. Jones, is a total lie. He's a congenial lie, and he's venal at that, because he was in the same meeting. They both agreed. So we said, you know what, this is the final meeting for that type of action that we're going to entertain, and they will just have to adhere to the rules and regulations we have in place. And we said to them, anything out of that, they will have to face some penalty or sanctions if they breach. Now, we have not even issued Mr. Lopez anything with respect to his violation this morning, but yet he went to the media trying to scapegoat what he did this morning. We will simply not tolerate that.
While Lopez argues that the department wants him gone, the department denies those allegations.
This is the position, and we've said it to him flatly, and Mr. Jones. If you guys cannot comply, if you guys cannot operate your business without continuously having conflict and complaining and impeding on each other, then we will have to step in forcefully and show the public that we will keep the service uninterrupted. If it means then we need to create jobs for drivers and conductors to keep the public service and safe, then we will have to do that. But currently on the table, no, we don't have any bus. We're not looking to buy any bus. But if we have to do something as drastic as that to safeguard transportation for the public, then we will have to do that.